If you find it hard in trading boom and crash, then watch till the end of this video, because I promise you guys, this is quite a very simple strategy. I'm sure that most of you know these concepts, but you don't want to acknowledge them. You don't want to use them because you think that it's too simple. But what else? Trading boom and crash is quite that simple. In today's video, I'm going to show you a simple strategy that you can use to trade boom and crash simply but continuously make what profits, right? And if you watch till the end, right, I will share a secret in the middle of the video, right? So I don't know exactly what time I've shared this secret. So this secret will help you to make this strategy that I'm sharing with you much simpler and much more efficient, right? And it works also just in the same way, right? It's even quite more profitable, right? So what am I showing you today? Today I'm just talking about sort of like flip zones, so flips, whatever you like to call them. Do you know what flip zones are? I just want to know. You can leave a comment in the comment section below, right? So what I'm just saying right over here is we're trading what? Let's say we are in an uptrend, right? So we're creating a series. So we are continuously creating a series of higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher lows, higher highs, and higher lows. I just want you guys to comment. How many times have you seen this setup when you were going up, right? And then the market comes back exactly to this point over here, right? So this, right, I messed up my drawing, but most of the times the market pulls back exactly to this previous high over here, right, and starts going what back up, right? So that's what we call what zone flips or flip zones, whatever I like to call them. Many people give them different names, right? So, but the basic concept of around this is that we are continuously what this was our resistance because the market put back over here, right? So this is a resistance zone, right? And the broken resistance zone becomes a support, bro. Where did you even read baby pips, right? So a broken support, we know that it becomes what? A broken resistance, we know that it becomes a support, right? From your basic knowledge, from your baby pips. If you didn't read baby pips, then I'm so sorry. You better go read baby pips or something, right? But I also have videos on those, on flip zones, if you want to know more about those, right? So this is essentially the strategy that we are using to trade boom and crash, and it's quite simple, guys. Let me just show you a few examples so that see how simple this is, right? So right over here, let's take this for example over here, right? As you can see, we are creating what? Let me just mark this, right? We are creating a series of what? Lower lows, right? This is a lower low, we just lower low, lower low, right? Lower high, lower low, lower low, right? So this is a what? This is a downtrend over here, right? So how do we enter using this, right? So let me just grab my horizontal line over here. So as you can see, right, this was a what? This area here, this is a support area over here, right? And it gets what? It gets broken, right? So how we mark that broken what? That broken support area, right? And as you can see, a broken support, when the market pulls back to that area, it now becomes a resistance, right? So it's just that simple, guys, right? So right over here, right, we create what? So like this, put a mini support over here, right? And this gets what? Broken again over here, right? So let me just take this same horizontal line, right? So we mark this what? This support over here that was just broken, right? That broke over here and retest. And guess what? The market continued going down. It even came back to test that same area over here, right? So I want you to look at these flip zone levels as zones, right? As areas, right? I don't want you to look at it as just this single line. That's that single level. So I would prefer that you use the box over here, the box 2, right? So that you mark what? This, so like something like this, right? So that you don't confuse yourself, because this is an area, right, guys? It's not a single level, right? So that's what most people don't understand about support and resistance. You don't know, you have to necessarily look at support and resistance just as a single level, but it's a zone, it's an area, right? So if that area is the market is still ranging in that area, your setup will most probably work, right? So that's how simple this strategy is, right? And as you can see, the market pulled back even back to this area again, right? And it continued going further down, right? And over here, it created what? This small support over here. And as you can see, the market broke past that, and it retested again that area, right? And then continued going down even further, right? So as you can see, the flip zones are not respected. They are not, yeah. So like if you are looking at it as a level, it's not respected. And so this is when the secret that I was talking to you about, that I was telling you, comes into play, right? So what do I mean by this secret, right? So As I said, now let's check, for example, we're in a downtrend, right? So it's continuously creating what lower lows and lower highs, right? And most of the times when you see that when the market is going down, right, it doesn't pull back exactly to this level. So it goes what a little bit beyond, right, and continues what going down, right? So how do you know which level is going to be respected when it breaks this when it breaks this support, or when it breaks this previous support? Now it's our resistance, but how do you know that it's going to likely respect this area, right? So what I want to teach you here is so take it as take it as an introduction to order blocks, or ICT, whatever I like to call them, right? So right over here, right? So most of the times when there is when it pulls back over here, right? There's usually around somewhere, if there's a green candle around here, let's say there's a green candle over here, right? That's what you mark using it's what you mark using our box, right? So we're taking so this is a downtrend, and yes, for me, I use red for my bearish candles and green for my bullish candles. In other words, I use red for my selling candles and green for my buying candles, right? So if you're in a downtrend, right, so we want to mark the last green candle before the market before the market broke out, right? That's what the level that we'll be using, right? So let me just show you in an example, right? So let's take this, for example, over here. Before this level here gets broken over here, the last green candle is what? Is this green candle over here. So that's what we'll be marking. So we'll be marking this whole candle from the beginning up to where it ends, right? So the stop loss will just be above that, slightly above that area. So maybe somewhere over here, right? And you enter when there is a confirmation candle to this area over here. So you mark it completely, right? As you can see, it just came back and tested a little bit, right? So since this is also our flip zone, so this one worked hand in hand, right? And it's just the same example over here, right? Before this break here over here, right? The last green candle is what? This small dodgy candle, though it's a little bit ugly. So I'll mark, it's not that clear, so I don't like marking my dodges, right? So I mark both of them, right? Though they are just the same level, right? So I'll mark the two green candles, right? And as you can see, when it pulled back to that area, it continued going even further down, right? So what you just have to look for over here is just a breaking market structure, right? And as you can see, so like, let me just show you for an uptrend so that it becomes a little bit simpler, right? So as you can see over here, this is our resistance, right? So this area over here is our mini resistance, right? And it gets it gets broken, right? And when the market pulls back, right, it's so like almost respected over here, right? When it gets this green candle over here, right? And then it broke past, right? So this just helps you to mark out what you mark the previous one, the last red candle before the up move, right? So that's what you mark, complete candle, right? So now you know where your stop loss should be, right, when you're using this strategy. So you have to, when considering your flip zone, you also have to mark this, let's just call it an order block, right? So you also have to mark this order block, so that you know your stop loss is, and you know the area that where likely what your candlesticks are likely going to play around, right? So it's just that simple. It's very simple, guys, right? And just like any strategy, this strategy isn't 100%, right? You're not going to win 100%, but what you have to do in trading is make sure that you maximize on your profits, and you minimize on your losses, right? So what I mean is, when you are trading, make sure that you lose the minimum amount of money, right? So let's say you've got $100, right? Make sure whenever you are risking $10 of your account, right, make sure you're gaining at least 20 or 30, right? So that's what you have to do in trading, right? So that, and don't overtrade, right? That's another trick. Don't overtrade, guys. And you're not going to get entries all the time, by the way, because let's take this for example, right? It broke past that, right? Though, yeah, this one will be head our entry because we're marking this green candle over here, and the flip zone, it came back and retested and came back again, right? Created our little M, right? You can also use a trend line over here for our entries. I'm going way overboard, right? So that's it for this video, guys. If you like, comment, like, subscribe, and share, because I'll be posting more of this insightful trades so that you become profitable. I want you guys to be profitable, guys.